sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lambeau. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Room here to run. Touchdown, Packers. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. In motion right is Robinson. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In motion right is Robinson. They run once more with Edwards. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. In motion right is Robinson. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it. You work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, it is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson. And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. In motion right is Robinson. To the right side, this is Edwards. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete, it's Devin Duvernay. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a draw play with Drake. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
In motion right is Robinson. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. In motion right is Robinson. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
The run on 1st down gets him a couple up to the 27. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll lead to a 3rd down.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate a count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Kudos for the defense from mid on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And if you're keeping an eye on the box score, that last run puts him over the 100-yard mark for the game. And this defense has just had all sorts of trouble trying to keep him under wraps, both passing and running.
On first down, Drake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's second down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. In motion right is Robinson. Jackson to throw, sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Ravens 23, Packers 15.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again.
Touchdown! Alan Lazard, 27 yards.
And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw, Rodgers. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
In motion right is Robinson. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion right is Robinson. Now a handoff, Edwards. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing, Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back.